Good question. We're thinking critically about my thesis, but we missed the point. Okay, so let's see if we can answer the question. I argued in my thesis that a company like CoreWeave should exist, and it was such an obvious argument that it must already be in the pipeline. A month after I wrote the essay, it happened. So why would I argue that NVIDIA should stop selling graphics cards with their arbitrary 1000% markup and instead start some kind of front that allowed them to rent them out? And then how did that all go so wrong, even though they did what I said they should do? This person asks, isn't NVIDIA incentivized to not buy up the customers who are paying such large markups on their chips if they want to switch to we will rent them out, then who will buy chips? So for a long time, companies like Microsoft and Facebook were buying hundreds of thousands of H100 cards per year. These have 1000% markup, right? They were buying 100% of the supply. When a market is willing to buy 100% of the supply, you should charge more until they're not willing to buy 100% of the supply. And this is not just like a greedy argument, it's also the idea of slowing down the insane hype cycle, right? Limiting the margin at 1000% means that things are more hysterical than they need to be. Like, if it was 10,000%, it would have slowed all of this down. If it was 1,000,000%, it would have slowed all of this down. The fact that it all happened so fast is a big part of why the bubble is as dangerous as it is. If we had done this over a longer, slower time period, there would be less systemic risk. There would be less threat to humanity's ability to find pro-social uses for this technology. And NVIDIA would make a lot more money doing it that way. And so instead, I argued that they should significantly increase the prices. They should charge a lot more. And instead of just selling them, they should also host them. They should set up data centers that they are renting out to these companies instead, because then they can control the market. They can control the inference market instead of just controlling the hardware market that the inference market is running on, right? Like they're stepping down the value chain and taking over the next vertical or horizontal, I guess. So there's sort of two reasons, because they would make a lot more money if they did that way, and it would have slowed down the hysteria, and that would have made this bubble popping take a lot longer and given us a lot more time to find better ways of using AI.